Our fourth anniversary was meant to be unforgettable. I had spent countless hours arranging every little detail, from the choice of restaurant to the bouquet of her favorite blooms, down to the soft candlelight that would glow on our table. I wanted to recreate the magic of our early days, to bring back the spark we once had. I even took the day off work to make sure nothing could go wrong. As I was putting the final touches on my outfit and checking the time, an unexpected message from her popped up on my phone. She had texted hours earlier saying she'd be running late because of an unexpected workload. I tried to be patient. After all, her career often demanded long hours, and she had always been committed. Still, a pit of disappointment settled in my stomach when a second message arrived. She'd be even later, maybe close to 9 p.m. I felt my heart sink. All the planning, all the thought I had poured into this evening, suddenly felt meaningless. I sat alone in our home, the place where we had shared so many milestones, and a creeping sense of unease began to take hold. Something wasn't right, but I brushed the feeling aside, refusing to jump to conclusions. I decided to head to the restaurant anyway, hoping a change of scenery would help clear my mind. It was the same cozy place where we had shared our very first date, a place alive with memories of laughter and connection. As I neared the entrance, I noticed her car parked nearby. My steps faltered, confusion stirring inside me. I pushed the door open and was immediately greeted by the soft hum of conversations and clinking glasses. Then I saw her. She was seated at a table, but she wasn't alone. Across from her sat a young man, barely older than a college kid. They were laughing together, their faces close, entirely absorbed in each other. My body went rigid, and for a moment, I couldn't move. The sight was burned into my mind instantly, an image too painful to process. Somehow, my legs propelled me forward, though everything else was a blur. When I reached them, my voice trembled as I spoke. This is the work you were talking about?" Her head snapped up, her eyes wide with shock. The man stood quickly, his eyes flickering between us, unsure and guilty. She looked trapped, guilt and panic written all over her face. She didn't need to say a word. The truth was written plainly in her expression. My chest tightened so painfully I could hardly breathe. Without another word, I turned and left, the sound of my own footsteps echoing in the now quiet restaurant. Back home, my phone vibrated endlessly with her calls and messages. I ignored them all. Her texts were full of excuses, desperate explanations. She insisted it was a misunderstanding, that things had gotten out of hand, that she never intended for me to see what I had seen. But her words rang empty. How could I believe anything now? The image of her laughing with him played over and over behind my closed eyes, refusing to fade. I needed space, needed time to even begin to make sense of the betrayal that had shattered what was supposed to be a celebration of our love. Days passed, but the hurt only deepened. She kept calling, pleading for a chance to explain, but I wasn't ready, and deep down, I knew no explanation could undo what had been done. This wasn't some small lapse in judgment. It was a deliberate betrayal of everything we had built together. The thought of divorce crept into my mind, no matter how hard I tried to fight it off. I told myself it was just anger, just raw hurt speaking. But in my heart, I knew better. Something vital between us had been broken beyond repair. No apology could stitch together the trust, the honesty, the respect that had been ripped apart. The anniversary I had so lovingly planned had ended up exposing the bitter truth. Our marriage was already over. Even now, I struggle to understand how things unraveled so quickly, how a night meant to celebrate love turned into the night that destroyed it. But standing there in the wreckage of what we once shared, I realized something important. I deserved better than the pain she left me with. Divorce wasn't just a possibility. It was the only way forward. For the first time in a long while, I felt ready to release the weight of her lies and broken promises and move on toward the life I deserved.